good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Score58 Network. I'm Bo McMichael, bringing you the Holy Innocent Golden Bears against the Fellowship Christian Paladins. Scrimmage 2019 about to get started here. There will be technical issues throughout the night because that's just the part about scrimmages, trying to get everything else squared away. Where the Fellowship Christian is located, it is located in a hole. Cell reception is limited to everybody. Then that affects Wi-Fi and affects streaming outside that area. So we've experienced that, and we are doing the best we can. I've got two wonderful sidekicks of color analysis and play-by-play, Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, bringing the game to you live tonight. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
Well, hey, it's Thursday, and there's only about 7 games going on, so that's not a too bad way of doing that. So looking forward to that. I'm going to let y'all take it over, kind of talk about keys to the game, talk a little bit about Holy Innocents last year and this year and what's coming up, and take it away, gentlemen.
All right. Coach Chapman, you want to start?
Oh, yeah. Well, we got Holy Innocents and Fellowship Christian, tonight. And both of those teams made it to the second round of the playoffs last year, and both of them fell victim to the Savannah teams, Calvary Day and Savannah Christian. And, if you look at Holy Innocents' record, they were 6-6 last year. And, they play in that region that, you would probably prefer to not be in. You've got, Elka's in that region and Mount Vernon and, there's a lot of Wesleyan, and it's a very competitive, to say the least, region. Fellowship Christian at 10-2 last year, 7-1 in their region, with losses at Mount Zion Carrollton, and as we said previously, at Savannah Christian. So we're looking at two teams that are used to success, and I would think, Coach, we've been in these games before. When you play a spring scrimmage, you're looking to make sure, number one, you get out of it healthy. Because we had a situation last year where we had a starting running back that got hurt on the first play of the scrimmage, and it took him till about week 5 in the regular season to get going.
Starting defensive end blew his knee and was done for the season.
Starting defensive end blew his knee out, didn't play a snap, But we also only played half a game due to weather. So you're looking to get out of this thing, healthy, and you're looking to get film on guys that you might not necessarily get a whole lot of film on, leading up to the season, so you get to see them in a real game situation, and it's a really good, tool for, seeing where you are after 10 days of practice in the spring, and it helps you build to what you need to work on in the summer. So what do you think about it, Coach?
Well, I'm always interested to see both of these being private schools. I'm familiar with that, and a lot of times you get new kids, and this is really your first chance to get to see new kids out here on the field. The other thing is every coach I've ever known worth his salt wants to look at everybody. It's not about winning this game. It's because it's just a scrimmage. It's more about seeing what people can do. That's by far the most important thing. Despite the Paladins having a better record, it says a lot about Region 5, the fact that you can go 3-4 in the region, and then you're in the second round of the playoffs. That says a lot. And the thing is the Elka score last year for Holy Innocents was kind of lopsided, but Elka's pretty good.
Yeah, they're the perennial state champion, Coach. I mean,
But, they lost by, I believe, 3 points. 3 points to Mount Vernon, and then lost by 8 to Wesleyan. So, they were within a possession, both times.
Yep.
So, Region 5, you're fighting for your life. I'm just excited to see. I think some of the keys to the game looks like
Fellowship Christian's going to get it first, Coach.
Okay. Holy Innocents deferred. I take it.
And once again, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, people tuning in with us right now, I'm Bo McMichael with Score58 Network, bringing you Holy Innocents Golden Bears versus the Fellowship Christian Paladins. There is technical issues, and it's going to be that jumpy. It's not your TV. It's more or less where we're filming from at Fellowship. It's not something that is user-friendly, and we were having to run through a hotspot, and the hotspot is very low in the sense of it being able to get picked up. So there is a jitteriness coming through when the heat comes down and it gets a little bit cooler outside. I will state that it'll improve a great deal. So if you do see as the game goes on, it improves. It's because of that situation. So have some patience with both of our announcers. We'll call the game, kind of give you where that's going on and what the teams have been doing. It is going to be a little stop action to begin with. Have some patience with us as we get started here in the 2019 season. Adam and Craig, other than the keys of the game, other than no injuries, what are you hoping to see from both teams right now after 10 days?
Well, just a crisp look. There's some new helmets right there.
There it is.
A crisp look, good exchanges. You just don't want it to be sloppy.
And just say that, they jump off sides and get a 5-yard penalty with watching the ball. So it just, I would agree with you on that. You want something to be clean, and you're hoping to come out and come disciplined at that point.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt about that.
Could be a very short night here in broadcasting world if this does not improve.
Got a double wing right here. This is what we saw when they played in the state championship. Looked like that was belly.
How many years ago have Fellowship been in the state championship?
How long ago was that? Like 4 years, 5 years?
I think 3.
But I watched them. They should have won. Same double wing set.
Looks like good attacking defense across the board. And just like that, things are going to kind of speed up and slow down. Once again, have patience with us. It's early, so we're trying to get our broadcast in tune with the streaming devices here. So
that was a gain of right at 8 right there. So
yeah,
it's going to bring that's a first down. It'll bring up first down and 10.
All right. They're going to stay pretty true. This looks like they slide back to the gun, though.
Yeah, a little.
Looked like there was some jet action.
Either that or it was power read, Coach, one of the things.
But good job right there. Nicely played by Holy Innocents.
And, I mean, if you're going to do this, that's one of the things you want to look at. You can run your base stuff, but you also want to get a look at some of the new wrinkles that you may have added in to this thing. So it's a good chance to learn a little bit about your team right here.
Looked like just a quarterback keeper right there. Was there a puller on that?
I didn't see it, Coach. I was looking around trying to change and get the right down and distance, which I think I failed at again.
Well, it happens.
Well, we don't have a wide shot for you, so our main objective is to film tight and wide to make sure we have that. So it's kind of like what we're dealing with is what we're dealing with at this point.
This is sprint out flood. I know that much.
I've been very impressed with the defense. It's third down, so it looks like you were pretty close to third down and 7, third down and 8 right there. So it's fourth down and about 5. And we'll find out what they're going to do from a punting perspective. I think the most interesting piece when you're looking at, sorry for clearing my throat on the air, is how the defense came out. And a lot of times, Coach, and you're going to agree with me a little bit, hopefully, with this, Adam, but the one thing that you're going to hopefully be strong in during spring is what?
Oh, defense, because it comes a lot easier.
Right, than doing that. So there's going to be special teams with no coverage.
Well, it's especially for Fellowship.
Wow.
Good punt. Good roll.
That was a really nice roll. It's really special. It's really important for Fellowship because in the double wing, because there are so many moving parts, and you saw when they lined up, there's a couple helmets that don't match. I would venture a guess those kids are from somewhere else. But, you know, the timing for that is so hard to get down. See, there's 3 new helmets on defense.
Yeah, it's one of those things. There's guys showing up from everywhere.
Well, when you're successful, that happens. You know, Eagles Landing is a great example of that, where, you know, kids just flock to the school. There are people that move here so that they can go to school there. I'm sure it's very much the same situation with Holy Innocents and with Fellowship.
So it should be first and 10 at the 20 right here, Coach.
And here come the Golden Bears in the same set. And it looks like it's going to be Rocket out to the left side.
We're going to pick up about 6 or 7 right there. Okay, 5. So
The rocket toss is a nasty play.
especially if you run it the right way. I mean, if it is.
Looked like it was going to be holding on the play.
So we got a penalty on the first play.
Yeah, well, they had the penalty on defense as well. Jumped offside, so they're definitely getting themselves taken care of. You handling the pollen okay there, Coach?
You know, I've been using
honey.
local honey, but
Right.
I haven't had honey in about 2 weeks.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
I keep meaning to go by the fruit stand. I just don't get there.
I hear you. I hear you on that part. It's just one of those things. I can understand how that becoming an issue.
Life just keeps on happening.
Yes, whether you like it or not, buddy. Whether you like it or not. I'm experiencing that right now. So it's going, and you deal with it the best way you can and hope things work out.
That same set, quarterback under center.
That's option.
Option. That looked like belly option right there.
Good maneuver. He's got all the way out to about the 22-yard line.
They're going to call him out at the 20.
Yep.
So that's going to be 10 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 right here.
From the C.W. Campbell football, if you got 10 yards, do we do it again?
We do.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if that's productive.
Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what.
What's the most you ever ran in a play in a row? Same play over and over again.
As a player or as a coach?
As a coach. I know the play.
We ran 23 draw at Creekside in the 4th quarter, 14 straight plays.
Right. He pulled it there.
Yeah, that's belly option is what he's running right there.
And for a team, how much time do you think they've had a chance to work on the option?
That would be the most miserable thing about this.
Yes.
If you were having to take your spring practice and worry about who's got dive, who's got quarterback,
because
and
you
who's
don't
got
want to have that just bump your head on the goalpost every other play. Right. And as you can see,
and it's just as bad for offense, though, because there's a lot that goes into that. But,
yes, it is.
But, the quarterback, Matthew Davis, for Holy Innocents, is a senior. So it's always nice when you've got a guy that's been in it for a while. I'm trying to get the fullback's number. I think that's is that 31?
Looks like enough for a first down.
Yes, it is. That was a 3rd down conversion on 3rd down and 4 right there.
Once again, the technology issues right now, and why you're not hearing us jitter, it's a video stream that's coming out, and it's just because of where they're located in a hole at Fellowship. It's just part of technology. When the sun starts to come down here, probably about 7:30, 7:45, it will lessen a great deal and be a little bit better. But right now, it's not great cell reception coming out of Fellowship, and that's probably one of the reasons why we're getting that stuttering now. You can kind of see on buffering line occur a little bit. And I'm just trying to take a deep breath through it all.
Matthew Davis under center.
Like straight dive.
Yeah.
Might even have been gut. He's going to pick up right at 5, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, that's Michael Cox is kind of a big guy, also a senior at the B-back.
And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to gain 5 on the dive,
it's going to be a long night for defense.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's where you base all of this off of. If your B-back is going to dominate inside in that center guard area, if you can dominate the game right there, this game is going to be a long, frustrating night for Fellowship Christian's defense.
Davis was under center right there. Looks like a give.
And it's 4 more, Coach, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
This fall, we'll be looking to, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we'll be airing live football action and getting ready for Friday nights. Have an opportunity to work with North Florida, our North Forsyth Raiders, and hopefully also the Holy Innocent Golden Bears. We'll be bringing their games live to you with a couple other ones throughout the year, just kind of giving you a multicast look.
Option again.
Nah, you give it to the fullback. Gain of 3 and a first down. They're
He
2 of
fooled
2.
me right there.
2 of 2 on 3rd downs right now, and this is what this offense does. It eats the clock. Not only does it eat the clock, but it eats up your defensive line, and it lulls you to sleep because right now the quarterback has pulled the ball 2 times or will come out from the mesh point twice, and nobody's been there.
Well, one thing in particular, just to help you from a technology perspective, we've lowered the resolution, which has helped a little bit, give a little bit more consistent manner, even though it's getting still a little choppy. We might go a little bit grainier just to hope to maybe possibly get you a clearer picture, even though of where we're coming out of.
There it is. Really nice play by the defense.
They pulled it on that one, tried to run looked like a little bit of quarterback follow right there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 at the 44.
That's one of the things about this. The best thing about this offense, in my opinion, is the blocking angles for your offensive linemen. When we switch to the wing, that's why.
Down, Coach. And just so you know, that is towards the ball.
Yeah. Nice, tough run there. It's not going to result in much.
Gain of about 1 right there. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Be interesting to see right here if we get a first look at a waggle right here.
Well, I think either waggle or counter.
We haven't seen anybody. They haven't passed. We only had 1 rollout from Fellowship, correct?
Yes, sir.
Based on the jitters.
There's the quarterback, and he's going to get the 1st down.
Yeah, he sure did.
Just ran the option, man. That's a 1st down.
Okay, so Fellowship's first opportunity, Holy Innocent came out and stopped them.
Yeah, Fellowship ran 5 plays, and they did get a 1st down. They got 1 first down right now.
Right.
This is 3 first downs already on this drive for Holy Innocents, and they're pushing. This is the 11th play of the drive right here. 3 of 3 on 3rd down. 1st and 10. They got the ball at the 20. They had the 10-yard penalty that pushed them back to their own 10. This is their 11th play, and they're at the 49-yard line.
Well, they're in a great situation right now. That looked like just straight down.
It was. For 3
They're
more.
in a great situation. The entire backfield is seniors. Quarterbacks, both A-backs and the B-back are all seniors.
So realistically, what you're saying is high expectations for the 2019 season.
I think so.
Yeah.
And just watching them, they're nice and smooth.
Right.
It's methodical. There's probably hours spent bird dogging.
Yeah.
Which is never any fun for anybody, but it's one of those things.
My bad. They had that last play as 4th down, Coach.
And they went for it on that one. It's 1st down and 10 right now.
Yep.
And that's going to be 2nd down. It looks like about 9.
2nd and 9 from the 45.
So every time I downgrade the quality of the picture, it does improve. So we might try one more time to downgrade it a little bit more. I apologize for those people, but I am seeing a little bit more of a consistent watching capability, and that could be what we have to do to get a better stream. So I'm trying to be patient. I can't stand fuzziness.
Man, this is 2 tight ends.
And
Quarterback's got
quarterback.
A little quarterback follow action right there.
Nicely played. Good play right there. Number 12, Brady Niblock on the tackle right there for Fellowship Christian.
It's a gain of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7, Coach.
3rd and 7. That was one of the things I was impressed that despite the penalty, that they were able to come out, because this is one of those offenses you really can't afford to get behind the sticks.
They behind the sticks now. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah.
So in this situation, do you want to try out your pooch punt and see if you can get it in there, or do you?
Well, you've got some space. We're going to corner kick this one.
Well, if you're running off the the Paul Johnson philosophy, might as well go for it. It's 4th and 5.
If Paul Johnson was calling this play, they'd try to draw him off sides, call timeout, and then figure out what to run.
Right. Give or take, lose a timeout. They are going to look like they are going to go for it, not punt it. Are we saying punting?
I think we're going to punt.
Yep. They just still out here, so I was trying to figure that out. I think they're on safety punt at this point.
This would be a good chance to work on it. Pooch the thing down, see if you get a guy down the field that can down it inside the 10.
Right.
If I'm the return team right now, I'm parked at the 10-yard line. I'm trying to make sure that I catch it. And it looks like they did exactly what we talked about and downed it at the 1.
On the 1-yard line.
Wow.
Great effort.
That's huge.
And then you could tell Fellowship was looking at each other going, who you got? Why didn't we? You didn't. Why didn't we go back there and catch that?
All right, so just a brief update. Fellowship ran 5 plays, gained 1 first down. Holy Innocents just now ran 14 plays.
On their opening drive, looks like it's going to be the end of the quarter.
Well, that's what happens when you run 14 plays.
And you eat the clock, and it's all run plays at that. No, they're going to take it all the way up to the 20.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well,
They're not going to let them start on that part. Every possession, they're going to say he went out if they're going to do that.
Well, I can appreciate that.
From a scrimmage perspective, if we're not going live on special teams, might as well get the ball on the 20.
Starting in the shadow of your end zone.
Right.
Tough.
No, it's fun. It's a good goal, but, no. Look like we got movement from the left guard.
Oh, they're resetting the shot clock.
Okay.
Or the play clock.
It's going to be a shot clock. It's NBA season.
Shoot it.
You got a box out right there.
ISO.
What was that movie where the guy's running down the field and, pulls a pistol?
No, don't finish that.
What movie is that?
Yeah, it's Last Boy Scout.
There you go.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
It's football related.
It's
so.
football. No.
It was during a football game.
Yes, it was. It was the old Damon Wayans, Bruce Willis movie.
2nd down and 8.
So,
That's what made me think about it.
I know. It's all right.
At the 22.
Quick pass out to the left. A little quick screen.
Once again, their ability to go left to right is pretty good from a defense perspective.
Yeah, they get out there and cover up space. They're pretty quick. The ball's going to be placed at the 26, so that's a 4-yard completion. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Double wing look. Motion looked like.
That might have been a rocket
Yeah,
right there.
I think so. And he looked like he got the edge.
He did. It's a 1st down.
Number 24 Fellowship.
Trexton Lewis on the carry. Trexton's a senior for the Paladins.
Nice gain right there. Looking at 11 yards and a 1st down. Coming on 3rd and 4 right there. So we got 1st down and 10 right here.
So they're putting something together. It's their second offensive series, the defense. How much conditioning do you think is playing into this? It was a hot day today.
It was.
Compared to what it's been in many ways. So do y'all, both of y'all being coaches, where do you think they're going to look like? Is a timeout called? We'll call it on the Fellowship.
All right.
Knock them off a timeout since we didn't
Well,
notice.
but I'm just sitting here thinking because they hurt him with a rocket, the counter off the rocket's coming soon.
Going back the other direction.
Right.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's the scariest thing about the rocket.
The over-anticipation.
Is once you start trying to flow to the rocket,
right,
and then it cuts back. If they kick that end guy out, then the other guy hits his head on the goalpost.
What just happened here?
Okay, he just signaled end of the quarter.
Okay, so they're going to flip. And they'll walk it, so we know that it's at least the second quarter at this point. We don't have an eye on the scoreboard. We will work on that in the future. We're able to give you down a distance and let you know, but sometimes if our people on site are not doing the neat thing that we have a off location. So we're actually not at Fellowship right now. We are located in a different location, so we're getting the stream that's coming from Fellowship. That's why at least you can hear our voice in a clear manner, even though, could you imagine if it was choppy?
Yeah.
You'd have just turned it off, turned it down, and moved on. At least we got 12 people sitting there going, yeah, we'll watch this for a little bit to hear these annoying people talk a little bit.
That last play obviously didn't count because they took it back to the 26.
And it looks like it's 3rd down then.
It is.
3rd down
Maybe
at
a
5.
hold.
Might have been.
Either that or they didn't get it off from the whistle. Because was it 3rd down before?
It was. It was 3rd and 5.
So they said that the time ran out, would be my guess. And they did not get the snap off.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
26.
Spoken from the mouths of babes.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
And they're killing my stats because,
You're able to kind of keep it going, and then boom.
He's under center.
Outside they go.
Pivots out, and they're going to get outside.
It's like enough for a 1st down right at the 31-yard line.
I think they just threw a pass.
Okay.
But they didn't complete it because that was incomplete because it is now 4th down. And they will punt.
Wisely.
Yes, they will.
Once again, the technical issues are from a streaming perspective of where it's located at Fellowship. It's very limited. A Wi-Fi hotspot. There is no Ethernet connection of what we can connect into, so that's limited us there. So we're going through the best of the airwaves, and it's just a spotty environment right now getting to us.
All right, so there's the punt. And it looks like it's going to be marked down at the 40-yard line. And so second drive of the game for Holy Innocents will take place at the 40. Fellowship Christians had the ball twice and has run 11 plays. Holy Innocents had it once and ran 14.
Well, we're going to see what they do with their second piece. Coach Collins, what you going to come out with running if you're a triple option offense, and that's what they run, correct? Based
well,
on
it's a double wing with the option.
a bridge to it.
Yeah, and this is a lot like the Georgia Tech stuff. So yeah, I'm probably going to give it to the fullback because he's plowing people. And
Just like that.
That's what they did. I mean,
Got
if it ain't broke.
nah, don't worry about it on that part. Two on the gain right there.
Well, I think they're going to give him 4.
Give him 4. That's a lie. He fell forward, I guess, too. On that
He's
part.
a big kid. That's number 35, Michael Cox. If you can get 4 yards every play, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
There you only have to get 10.
That's the rumor.
4 times 3 is
Yeah,
12. That's
indeed.
over 10. I mean, the mathematicians right here is just crazy.
He pulled
Quarterback
that
keeps
one,
it right there.
and
Nice play.
going to lose those 4 yards that they just gained. It's going to bring up third down
Nice play by number,
and 10.
is that 5?
Yes, sir.
Nice play by number 5 for the Paladins.
Every time I hear Paladins, I think of Furman.
That's the only thing I think of. So, yeah. So, that was good to know. And they got a nice one on the helmet itself. So, that's,
Yes.
yeah, to be able to look at it.
Be interested to see if they try to leak one of these tight ends down the seam right here. Because there are a lot of people close to the football right now.
Yes.
Looks like quarterback's going to keep it again.
Get his 4 yards back.
Nah, he got 2 that time.
Somebody shoestringed him right there.
And that will bring up the opportunity to punt.
Nice play.
Well, we do appreciate everybody tuning in. Once again, we're working on the technical issues on the front end. We'll come up with a couple options here at halftime. We wanted to at least get the game started. We'll give you information if things break and we start a new stream, just for the fact of trying to get a cleaner stream out there right now. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, bringing you Holy Innocents Golden Bears versus the Fellowship Christian Paladins here in the scrimmage of 2019, spring scrimmage, that is, over at Fellowship.
Looks
Nice
like
boot right there.
looks like they spent some time working on the punting game in
They
the
do.
spring.
They do. We film their practice, so I get to watch their practice every night when it gets uploaded. So they're definitely working on all aspects of it.
So it should be 1st and 10 at the 20 right here for the third series for the Paladins.
All right. Tell you what, this is kind of a big possession for
Well, Fellowship needs to get something done right here.
You really want to get something going.
Well, empty. Quarterback
Quarterback run.
and nothing.
Nicely played.
Gonna pick up. Oh, he fumbled.
He put it on the ground. And it looks like it's going to be Golden Bear ball.
Or
Well.
maybe not. Once again, our friends in the stripes. They're going to give him a gain of 2 on that. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 right here at the 22-yard line. And, Coach, we were guessing. We saw everybody pointing, so that's what everybody does.
Right. That's what
And-
you're told to do.
Yeah, and so, we don't know. We didn't get to follow that to see what happened right there, but, you can only kind of guess from the reaction of the defense. So we'll try not to be too, rough on the officials. And that right there was belly, Coach. And that right there is a penalty.
What do you call a hold?
It's hard to tell. but it came out really fast, so looks like he said holding.
Okay. And that's tough if you're a running team to
Yes, it is.
get hit with a 10-yard penalty. To add insult to injury, it's a spot foul.
They're going to back that joker up, and it's going to be at the 12-yard line, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 18 now. At the 12. And that's a 10-yard penalty. First penalty right there on Fellowship Christian.
Under center right there. Looked like a give.
I think it was belly again. And he's going to get back about what he lost. It's like a gain of right at 9. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
It's a tough spot to be in. Could be a lot worse, though.
It is. It may seem like it's a little bit worse when you run a run first offense right here like this, when you're not really going to throw too many passes. But there comes Waggle right here.
Yep. He had a lot of pressure in his face.
And he got the 1st down.
He got the ball off.
He did. That's going to be an 11-yard completion. And that makes Fellowship Christian 2 of 3 throwing the ball today for 15 yards. And that's a 1st down right there. Their 3rd of the half. And we got 1st and 10 at the 32.
Comes motion.
And somebody is pushing a pile, Coach. Because that play looked like it was stopped dead at the line of scrimmage, and now it goes for a gain of 3.
Gotta like that. You know, it's a rule change.
Yeah, you can just get up there and run with them now.
Once upon a time, that was a seldom called penalty.
Yeah, the old aiding and abetting.
Yeah.
Aiding the runner. 2nd and 7 from the 35 right here.
Quarterback rolls out to his right.
And he looks to have been sacked, Coach.
Yeah, looked like number 5 for Holy Innocents got him. That's Sam Aiken.
Looked like he was cleaned up by number 44 as well, Coach.
That's Moreland Bell.
And we're going to lose all the way back to the 25-yard line, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 17.
Both those guys are seniors.
There seems to be a reoccurring trend on this roster. Very deep and senior-laden team should give you the chance to make a pretty good run.
I would think so.
Screen. Nicely played right there.
Caught by number 3, Christian Paget. But
For 4 yards, Coach. But, I mean, when you're throwing that kind of screen right there, you're trying to split the middle of the field on the tunnel screen right there. And those, we have seen them be really, really big plays. You know, so that's a really nice job, especially early on in the spring of defending what, you know, what is a really hard thing. Screen plays will normally go for a big yardage, especially
early, yeah.
Yeah.
If you got some of your screen game in, it's tough. Those defensive linemen just can't take it. They got to run.
And there's the punt. And the punt will be fielded at the 31-yard line. So that will bring up 1st and 10 at the 31. And we're going to get to see if we get another 10, 11, 12 play march using the fullback right here, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, we throw the ball. We spread it around. We run a lot of jet. We're in the gun 99% of the time. You know, I've often wondered what football practice looks like when you run this offense.
Yeah, it's got to be tough beating on each other like that. Because the thing is pass blocking is really not, I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's really not that taxing on your body. Nice run right there by number 4.
Up to the 39-yard line, that's going to be a gain of 8 yards right there. Bring up 2nd and 2.
Lighten Dixon on the carry, a senior.
What'd you say he was, Coach?
He's a senior.
Imagine that. That's one of those things when you don't know the roster, turnover from the year before, when you start seeing senior beside them and they all look like they're wearing the same hats.
Nice surge right there by the offensive line. That's really impressive.
And that's a gain of 6 and a first down right there.
Of course, on the offensive line, number 55, number 56, number 66. Guess.
Seniors, Coach.
That's right.
And they've run this offense for 4 years. They've seen everything any defense can show, can throw at them, any cross stunts, any of those things, pinch, rock strong, weak. Nothing's going to surprise them.
But you can tell it's a true it's a true, Georgia Tech style offense by their stances.
Yeah, they're
4-point stance.
They're down and they're getting ready to go.
They're going to blast you at the thighs,
and now we can call this a Navy offense because Georgia Tech no longer runs it.
It's true. Good point, sir.
I don't want to get an ugly phone call later on.
No doubt. Quarterback keeper, yeah.
Gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 right here.
Number 68 is a freshman, though.
Really?
78, the right tackle's a junior. It's a nice, clear picture.
All right, so you got 3rd down and 6 right here. You're at the 49-yard line. If you get 3 or 4 yards, are you thinking about going for this?
I think so because there's probably limited time left in the half.
I would think so with all the running plays.
Well,
there's
oh, my goodness.
Pop pass.
Oh. He almost one-handed that thing.
Yes, he did. Really nice job right there by Fellowship Christian and not falling asleep.
Pass intended for Landon Cardian.
And it's going to bring up 4th down and 6.
He was behind everybody, though. That's
yeah, but it wasn't an easy throw, Coach. It wasn't one of those things where we're just going to stand up.
No, you had to drop it in there.
Yeah, you had to drop that one in the bucket.
That drill where you throw the ball into the trash can? Yeah.
The old fade drill. So we got 4th and 9. What did they call right here? They called pass interference.
Maybe.
So exactly what they called. So that's going to give them the first down right there. That's their 6th first down of the first half. Ball will be all the way down to the 36-yard line.
That's a huge turn of events for Holy Innocents.
Yep, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 36. Holy Innocents driving, trying to put some points on the board right before the half.
You had them stuffed, and then you let them out with the penalty.
And then the first play, you give up 8 right there. Looks like the gut again. Bring up 2nd down and 2. It's going to be the 28-yard line. I mean, we could use the old phrase, this is Novocaine.
Yep.
And there it is.
Oh, there he goes.
That was a huge hole.
Golly, that's a
touchdown.
Big joker.
Yes, sir.
And he can move, buddy.
28-yard run. And our first points of 2019, Coach.
Michael Cox cut that one back and was headed for the end zone.
Nice little.
But huge hole by the offensive line.
Just a gigantic hole right there in the B gap on the right side. You know, if we were calling it, you know, if we don't know if they were running the same thing, but that looked like that was 12, what Coach Johnson would call 12. Just a straight give off the right side right there. Sprinting it to the end zone. And now we'll see the point after attempt right here.
Cox, Michael Cox.
We're going to get a. And it was no good.
Yikes. That's tough.
Yeah.
But that snap and that hold are huge.
So now Fellowship Christian should take back over at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 right there. And now we'll see how they come back and answer this thing right here.
Well, that's always interesting. How are you going to respond? And this is another great thing for your for spring. How do your kids respond?
Yeah, that's the thing. You're getting real live game situations right here, which is one of the reasons why when you play any kind of scrimmage, yeah, it's nice to win, but the information you gain about your team in that 2 hours, from a conditioning standpoint, a strength standpoint, but an overall scheme and a scheme fit standpoint, is probably more valuable than anything you can get in practice. So 1st and 10 at the 25 right here for Fellowship Christian.
Looks like they're overloading
Here comes a little
the
power.
right side.
Yes, sir, they are overloading the right side. He'll gain 7 right there.
My goodness. I wonder where he's going. He's a senior. I'd like to know if he's got offers anywhere.
From the looks of that, he goes wherever he wants to, Coach. Stiff arm? No, he just runs through him.
I'd be surprised if Colonel Green from the Navy hasn't talked to that young man. Because he's a heck of a B-back. But he's got some top end on him.
Mm-hmm. A lot of explosive plays. That's one of the misnomers about running an offense like this.
Well, I think they're running out of time.
Yeah. Ball.
He's able to pick it up.
There was instant penetration right there, Coach. They tried to run a little jet motion and bring the belly off the jet motion, and Holy Innocents was in the backfield like they knew what the play was.
Joey Archer was lucky to get that ball back.
And that's going to be a loss from the 32 all the way back to the 20. So we're going to get a 12-yard loss right there.
Going to call a timeout.
And 2nd and 3 ends up 3rd and 15.
For Holy Innocents. Give me 1 second. Let me find the kid. Sam Aiken, number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, just to kind of break up the timeout here, going to take a quick look at Sam Aiken, his highlights. Sam also plays B-back.
Yes, he does.
I imagine it's tough to crack the lineup with Michael Cox in the game.
But when you do, when you run this offense, you're going to rotate those guys in, so there are probably plenty of carries to go around right here.
Looks like we're going to just cut back to action here.
You got 3rd down and 15 from the 20 right here, Coach.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Now, the last thing you want to do in a situation like this is
turn the ball over.
And go into halftime down 2 scores where all the stuff that you had done positively in the first half doesn't seem so fun. They jumped off sides.
Yeah, just, this is one of those things, just do what you do. Don't mess with it. You shorten it up a little bit. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Yes, sir.
A little more manageable.
And a smart play right there. They called the timeout. They went out and said, hey, look, 3rd and 15, let's see if we can steal 5 yards right here. And they got them to jump. So now, we can kind of go back and do what we do. We ran the ball successfully on this drive. We've killed ourselves, with the penetration. I don't think that's legal.
Quarterback rolls to his left. Ball intended for number 3.
That's going to
Jordan Brewer.
That's going to be illegal motion, Coach. They had 2 guys. Both the wings moved.
Yeah, they won't let you do that.
Should probably be declined right here.
I would think so. You just got to be so careful down here. Because the last thing you want to do is throw it to a guy in a white jersey.
Because if they decline it right here, that's going to bring up 4th down right here.
Yeah, you gotta punt this ball.
Oh yeah.
But it's super frustrating. It looks like you're getting something going, and then you mishandle a snap.
Yep.
And now it's
And and let's be honest, the first play they ran that power look, that overload look, and they creased them pretty good right there and got 7 yards. And the next play they tried to come back and attack the same gap, and Holy Innocents just got instant penetration right there and actually hit the quarterback before he could make the handoff. So Holy Innocents will take back over right here at the 35-yard line. My apologies. 1st and 10.
And at halftime, stay with us. I'm going to let the two experts here to my left talk about the highlights from 2018 for the Holy Innocents, kind of go over their season, talk about their schedule coming up this season. Halftime's roughly about 15 to 20 minutes on the clock, so once we go to halftime, we're going to try to work against some more technical issues and see if we can get this stream to kind of get itself under control here. So back to you, gentlemen.
Did he just say experts?
Yeah,
I was wondering who walked in the room.
It's loose. Don't worry about it.
1st and 10. There we go. We're giving it right back to the B-back.
I'd let that cat tote the mail.
5 more right there, Coach.
I would let that joker tote the mail.
I mean, if they can't stop it, don't change it. And the beautiful thing about running this offense is, where in other offenses you might want to run a play just to see what it looks like, this right here is your offense. So you're just going to keep running what you do the best, and you're going to get a lot of practice against somebody else.
Well, that's the thing is an offense like this.
There's your pop pass.
They really toss that one down, and
somebody
might get a flag right there.
Second pass. First pass they threw ended up being pass interference.
But, with an offense like this, it's going to be, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 67.
That's it.
That's how it works.
So now we got a flag back here. So what did we get? Is it going to be a holding? It appears so. So 2nd down and 5. Yikes.
Yeah, that hurts.
We're all the way back to the 23.
That hurts.
Is that correct?
Indeed, it is.
We were at the 40, so that just was a 17-yard penalty right there, realistically. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 22.
Could be holding behind the line.
Quarterback right there. He's not going to get much.
Once again, we're still working on the technical issues. We appreciate everybody tuning in and sitting back a little bit. Glad to have you with us. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, Score58 Network, bringing you the Golden Bears versus the Paladins. That'd be a fight.
Yes, it would.
I'd like to see that, man. Let's get some real live mascots going at it here. That'd be good.
There we go.
3rd down and 17 right here, guys, at the 28.
Looks like they gave it to Cox, and he got it wrapped up.
All the way at the 31. So that'll be a gain of 3. That'll bring up 4th down and 14. And, it's going to be a punt.
And that's going to bring the quarter to a close. So at the end of the half, Holy Innocents 6, Fellowship Christian 0.
All right. So, Coach, I think he said there were some experts coming in to talk about highlights.
Yeah, I'm going to move so they can get in here.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure that we were all on the same page.
All right. No, you're still on there. I got you, man. We're going to let him breathe for a second. He's got to go out and cough, okay? But just so you can talk a little bit about the highlights here, I'm going to see what we can do about the technical pieces and see if we can get there. You can kind of go through the schedule, talk about them. This is about a 13-minute run here of the highlights from 2018 Holy Innocents Golden Bears.
So, like we talked about earlier, Holy Innocents, 6-6 last year. But as you can see right here, that's right there is pretty dominant defense, look. And we've seen a little bit of that in this first half. We're looking at it again, very stout up front, plugging up, good gap control right there. You see them take away right there. Nice job on the, the CPR club punch and rip. And right now, anything that we've seen right here, this is just, we realize it's a highlight video, but this is impressive. Nice job on the drop into the hook curl right there. So, you're getting a look at the best of what Holy Innocents gave you last year. And right now it's pretty impressive to watch. Now, we talked about their region. Their region is for real. As you can see right here, the
As you say that, you can see right here you got the wall that goes
yeah,
right in front of
as you can see right here.
Right.
But, you know, getting a good look at what this offense can do now, you know, this is a hard thing to prepare for. Not too many teams run it anymore. Everything's more shotgun-based and no huddle and things of that nature. But you can tell from looking at these clips that Holy Innocents is a very physical football team. They like to play that way. They're going to hit you in the mouth, and they're going to do what they do. There's not much of a you know, a variance. We've seen this first half, and we're just watching this highlight right here. You're going to get a lot of, you know, true option football with guys that get downhill. You're not going to see a bunch of things going in reverse. You know, there's your little wing back. You know, you look at all this and how they play, you know, when we talked about them being a senior-laden team and coming off a trip to the second round of the playoffs, you know, they've probably got there's a little hunger there. You know, there's the pitch on the option.
I mean, you definitely get an idea when you use the word seniors and you're hoping, okay, what are you going to get accomplished? It's against Our Lady of Mercy down in College Park.
Wow.
And that defense has definitely come each time.
Yeah.
They play their home games at, did I say Riverwood?
You did.
Okay. All right. You want to be back on there?
Yeah, I'm back on.
All right.
All right, cool deal.
All right. So,
you know, they're based out of what looks like an 8-man front, a little 4-4, maybe a 4-2-5 look, if we're going to be a more modern discussion right here. But they like to keep that 8 in the box. You know, very physical team right here. I mean, it's funny to watch this. We're seeing, you know, everything we've seen in the first half we've seen in this highlight film. Coach, it's an amazing thing.
Nice boot.
And that's a bomb.
Well, you know, you were talking about, you know, that there's a little hunger there because they made it to the second round. I think there's also probably some swagger, you know, because of the region they're from.
Yeah, when you're having to line up and play Elka and Wesleyan, Mount Vernon, those guys right there, that's real, you know, that's real quality football.
And to play 2 of those 3 tight.
Yep. You know, and some people would say playing Elka 48-14 might be considered tight.
it was a very interesting first quarter.
Oh, okay.
That's all I can say. I was there. It was very intense to begin with, and opened up the.
And there you go, big boy just rumbling.
I mean, it would seem like if you were going to play a team like Elka, one of your things that you would want to do is really control the football.
Nice ball.
Nice job of going and getting it. I mean, but that would be my plan. If I was going to play a team like that, I would try to control the football. And that 14-play drive to start the spring game, I mean, just think about that. There's a lot of people that don't want to get hit in the mouth 14 times in a row.
He's like a machine.
And they just keep doing it over and over and over again, Coach. I mean, it's just it is a, you know, what we would say, you said a machine, you know, it's like punching that clock at work. They're going to do it over and over and over and over again. It's the assembly line. You got your job. There's the tight end right down the seam. Get your eyes in the wrong spot.
Are we going to see that here in the second half?
Well, they've thrown it twice.
They're trying to get to it on that
Fellowship Christian has done a really good job of reading that play. And I think that's because they're playing man on both tight ends.
As you can see, the schedule below is running for the season. Probably the most interesting one that brings stress to me is there's a homecoming game in October at 4:30 at their home, actually at their home. And they're going to play at Holy Innocents.
Wow.
On their, because they have no lights. So that's why they play at Riverwood.
I empathize.
Yes, I know you do. Look at you. You can relate to that matter?
Yes,
yeah.
we both can.
Yes. Yeah. So it's one of those ones that you definitely getting certain things from that. So,
I mean, they're just it doesn't change, Coach, and that's one of those things people say you need to be multiple, you need to be this. Whatever you need to do in high school football, you better be good at what you do.
Right. And right now you can really see that from the highlights itself, and granted they're highlights for a reason, you know. Be fun to, and now here's a look at things that didn't go their way.
Yeah. Let's just look at the plays that really, really were awful.
Yes. We'll go through that and see what happens.
It's interesting right here. You know, you get to see a little eye look. There's your rocket toss. He's got the edge.
Nice, tough running.
Yeah, I mean, what you don't see a lot of is guys stopping and trying to go the other way. Is that Strong Rock?
This is Strong Rock.
Yeah, I know that quarterback. I saw him up close and personal.
Didn't he sign on with Georgia Tech?
He did.
Okay.
Did he stay?
He did.
And what's going to be very interesting is, as time goes on, we'll be able to get more information about Holy Innocents and where their players are and where they're going and the different ones. They're playing Hebron right here, Hebron Christian. Sorry, I'll get that out. That's what I can at least recognize helmets.
There you go.
And be able to pick that out.
That's an interesting way to get to see what the defense is doing.
Well, anytime you run something with over motion like that,
a
lot of times they're trying to key on the timing.
Mm-hmm.
And so that or jet motion, either one.
I mean, what I see right here when I watch this is I see a lot of gap control on defense. They don't get out.
I mean, did you see the offensive line surge?
Oh, yeah.
Goodness gracious. I take it he graduated. 22.
That's Hunter Hawk. He's a senior this year.
He's a senior,
Yeah, they just keep rotating those B-backs in.
The more you do that, the better that is.
Well, when you got your fat guys surging off the football, making holes, recreating the line of scrimmage, then it don't matter who you put back there.
I mean, but when you get comfortable in a system, and now they should be really comfortable with the amount of seniors.
Was nice.
That's Elka, right?
Yep.
That was really nice.
I mean, that's just –
you're going to put it on the highlight reel. Might as well put it on the highlight reel.
Yes, sir.
There. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We got a clear feed. No, we don't. I jinxed us.
Oh, man.
I did. I thought it was beautiful. For a second, I got all excited. I'm like, we're just going back to that picture right now. Everything looks great. So, I'm
playing Miami right here.
Yeah.
Or Stockbridge.
No, Rutland, man. Come on, guys. Know your helmets, man. Know your helmets.
Sorry, I'm not part of the helmet project.
Well, we do have a good second half planned for you. Looks like the feeds, everything's working good. And I'll blame it on the sun.
Blame it on the rain.
Yes, because the rain don't mind.
Our lady had no mercy right there. That joker split them safeties and was gone.
Bang your head on the goalpost.
I mean, it's fun to watch this. I mean, we don't see this offense.
Well, we spent a little bit of time with semi-pro.
Yes.
So far, and semi-pro's not going to run triple like this.
No, everything's going to be spread.
Yes.
But with the women's now, this is what Utah runs. Very similar stuff to what Utah.
There he goes again.
I mean, the blocking of this is impressive.
Well, that's Elka.
Yep, they had to travel to Elka.
We're still at halftime right now at the game between Fellowship and Holy Innocents. It is halftime. We're going over the 2018 highlights because we can.
All right.
And he kicked that thing. You talk about when you can give a highlight to say, hey, we're going to kick it in the end zone and just enjoy it that way.
I was about to say, if he walks out and they snap the ball to be back, I'm leaving.
All right, you just getting up and going home?
Just leaving.
All right.
I didn't say I was going home. I just might walk outside.
Okay. Man, there is nobody there.
No.
Midline.
I'll tell you one thing. Next time we'll just run the coach's cue on this and break down the highlight itself on that part because that was nice to look at. So.
See, there you go. People doing their jobs right there. Nobody chasing the eye candy on the jet motion. Guys staying in their gap.
And really, really well coached.
Make no mistake about it. The team they're playing in this right here is
one of the most athletic teams in the state.
Right.
Not to take anything away from them, they're obviously very well coached as well.
Well, hopefully we'll have an opportunity tomorrow night. I'm going to throw Stockbridge and Elka up on the screen as well when we do the North Forsyth Raiders versus the Roswell Hornets.
That is correct.
I did say that right. Great.
Got that helmet right.
Yeah. So we will be airing that game live at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Score58 Network, bringing you Holy Innocent Golden Bear action here preseason, getting all our bumps and bruises out of the way.
It's a lot of option to the short side to help what you talked about earlier, Coach, the blocking angles and the numbers.
Well, that's it. Unfortunately, for all the coaches that are geniuses, football can really boil down, especially if you're running the ball, to how well you count.
Yep, if you can count.
you can
I'm just saying it as a guy who's had to call plays in a run-based offense.
Right.
I mean, that's really what I did is I was just counting people.
I want to see this. This has got to be either somebody's going to get decleated or it's going to.
It's a good punt.
Yep. I was hoping
good
it was
roll.
One of those things that rolled like 50 yards.
17 on an average. Man.
There it is.
We know that.
17.4.
Get a Randall Cunningham roll.
Yes.
Wow.
You remember that?
Yeah, 101 against who they play?
It was 91. It was a 91-yard punt.
Against who? New York?
I can't remember who it was,
the
but
Giants.
it's ridiculous.
It's always going to be against the Giants in that part.
No, normally it would be against the Falcons. Everybody's greatest play is always against an Atlanta team.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's not as bad as it
Goodness
used to
gracious.
be. Yeah, he's just
Stiff-armed all
Yeah.
the way. This was part of his highlight reel right there. Goodness.
Woo.
And he's got to even give the arms on that one.
Ground view right here.
Yeah. It's Our Lady of Mercy, man. It's balls on the ground.
yeah. I feel
Everybody else is too in here.
that program's had some struggles.
They're on their second year with the new head coach. So
Mark Miller, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good guy.
So hopefully,
He seems like a really good guy. The squad they had before I thought was really good,
I would agree.
and the school just wasn't.
We've had an opportunity. I mean, this is Trinity. This is going to be their second year in GHSA. They're in the purple.
and that's Dallas, right?
Right. Coach Dallas. They're very young this year, so it's going to be interesting to see. They were very heavily upperclassmen last year, and they did real well getting where they were. And in this situation, what's so interesting with Class 1A private, it's not necessarily a 1 seed, a 2 seed, a 3 seed in your region. It's all ranked.
Power rankings.
Once the season's over with. So
They're in such a great spot too,
everybody can go. Goodness.
right there between Peachtree City and Noonan,
Oh, they are.
and it's actually like
And it's growing. I mean,
The
it's
school is really reasonably priced.
Yep.
It's actually less than it is cost to go to our place.
Yeah, and let me put it to you this way: we went over and played their 5th and 6th grade team this year.
Yeah.
And we took 14, and we got off the bus to play 44.
Yeah. Oh,
So they're building that thing the
They
right
are.
way.
They're definitely doing that on that one. They've just kind of built a whole auxiliary gym on that part. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, you know
I am
what?
looking forward to
Oh,
watching
wow.
him
Yeah,
play.
neither one of y'all want to tackle that
No,
guy.
they didn't. He at
He
least
just-
held onto his legs, which is honorable in many ways.
Yeah. Been there, done that, where you just grab a hold of somebody's belt as
Blow
they
the
run over
whistle.
you.
I remember playing Riverdale one year, and our DBs looked like capes on David Horn's back.
Yep.
Yes.
I know.
Somebody help.
I know. It'd be awesome if Mr. Horn was watching this now on that part. He's like, did somebody just say that?
Yeah.
I
We
was
were
like-
all there and lived it.
Yes.
Him and Boomer Foster both.
And I had it even
God, that
Dillard
joke
was on that team as well. That was
Dillard?
just,
Oh, yeah.
Les Pullen.
Yeah.
Wayne White,
I know. Just one of those. Hey, let's just get through this as we
Larry
go.
Jonathan,
Everybody in the
Hey, look,
home's
we
going,
got a clear video screen of that.
Brandon
That's-
Ross.
Nobody say that again. Let's.
Well, we are at halftime in this point, but as we go, if you have any thoughts, gentlemen, and you want to see a player's highlight, we can always bring them up. And from an upcoming senior, I can scroll them and bring them up. We're getting ready here for the second half of the ball game between the Palatins and the Holy Innocent Golden Bears, 6-0. How'd they get that first touchdown?
Ran the dive.
We'll see if we can.
Yeah.
It don't matter if we can bring it
Yeah,
back; it won't be clean.
It looked like all the highlight reels from
Yeah.
Michael Cox,
Yep.
where he hit a huge hole. I
And
mean,
then cut it back off the safety.
you know, I could have run through the hole. I wouldn't have got but about 5 yards, but I could have run through the hole.
You could at least seen the hole to run through.
And then he cut it back, and
Banged his head right there.
Yeah,
when
there's-
he did the cutback,
well, there's guys out there making career decisions too.
right, going,
I mean,
hey,
I-
this is spring.
I want to
This,
step in front of this guy. Or,
Yeah.
There's, we still got the whole summer to go through
Right,
and everything.
defensive camps, all this kind of
I'm
stuff.
not sticking my helmet in this guy's kneecap.
Right, to be
Last
able
thing
to
the
do
coach said was, "Don't get hurt."
it. I'm just trying to listen. That's all I'm trying to make sure I do my job as a coach on this part.
I
So,
like the white helmet.
it's nice. It's nice and clean.
It is. I like the emblem is really nice. The logo is.
Well, they went from, I guess, 2 years ago, it was a maroon helmet.
Mhm.
When they had yellow, they have gold, not gold.
Okay.
Sorry. It's that athletic gold type,
Okay.
that yellow gold. So, and then they went away from that on that part. So this has been interesting to bring a particular game. We were hoping to bring another game on. We've had several games go on tonight. For those people around, North Atlanta Warriors are playing an inter-squad. Or actually, they're playing against Riverwood. Carver, Atlanta's playing New Manchester. As we talked about earlier, I guess on Tuesday, me and Adam had an opportunity to talk about 91 coaches changing positions or changing schools. And just in this matter, New Manchester is now head by Kevin Whitley out of Stockbridge, and now he's
Okay.
in New Manchester. And then you get Tri-Cities, where Coach Banks is now the head coach at Tri-Cities and used to be at Newton. So just in those flip overs as well. And we got a new coach at Lithonia. They're taking on Wheeler, who also has a new coach that used to be at Woodland. I mean, it's a good maze of trying to find certain things out. So a lot of games going on
coaching
Thursday.
carousel.
It is on Thursday nights. Probably the ones I'm more intrigued about is the Creekside Seminoles taking on McEachern Indians. We were hoping to get that game thrown up to you, but it just didn't happen.
That's a good game.
It would have been. It would have been nice to kind of peek in on there, but they were having a hard time.
I don't know how McEachern doesn't win a state championship every year. The facilities.
Oh, and we've had an opportunity as guests to be there in the
amazing.
Yeah.
I asked the AD. I said, "How do y'all pull this off?" And apparently, they get a $2 million athletic endowment every year, and they have to spend it, or you don't get it the next year.
Right.
It doesn't roll over.
It does not roll over. So when they have that, that's what was given to them. So it's definitely an interesting bit of information.
If anybody that would like to do that, hey, please contact me at Score Sports. We'll be happy to accept your.
We'll call you SS at Graybeard.
Yeah.
we'll give you a tagline to be able to do that. So it looks like the players are getting out there. Looks like we're about to get started back with action. Looks like everything is taken under control here. So I'm going to get our coach's corner up and running. And you got some stats to throw to us, Coach Chapman. When you get a chance to do that, we'll get things moving here and see if we can get a little breakdown of the plays. Even though they're moving fairly fast, we have some time to do it. Might as well show all our bells and whistles if we can. Now, gentlemen, I didn't ask. Are y'all going to be able to join me tomorrow?
We have graduation tomorrow.
Oh, well, wonderful, man.
Sure
Great.
And I am speaking at graduation.
Well, great. What time's graduation?
It is at 7 o'clock.
Yes, that's wonderful.
I'd already planned to be here.
Well, you won't be.
They found my robe today.
As long as they didn't find your towel and your robe, I think you'll be okay, bud.
Well, they tried to make me wear a robe without the bat sleeves on it, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Now, is that inside or outside where y'all go? Y'all doing it inside the
auditorium?
Auditorium, okay.
Because we had a small place with 51 graduates.
50. Yeah, I think that's right.
Well, we wish all the graduates throughout the state of Georgia and the United States. I know everybody's getting close to that. College graduates have already happened, but it's nice to see graduation occur. Most the areas really take place next week for a lot of schools. So it's
college graduation is kind of sad because then you got to go to work.
No, it's one of those ones you really don't understand it until you graduate. And you're like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have graduated. I
tried to go back and get a double major, and my wife told me I should leave school. I'm too old.
Just because it was last year? Is that what you're telling me, man? I had an uncle that was his. He was a lifetime student. They would always kind of joke and say he had degree after degree after degree in that sense, and he just enjoyed it.
Well, I will say it only took me 8 years to get my undergrad. So.
And I appreciate using the word "it only." It only took that much.
A lot of people go to school for 8 years.
Oh yeah. Not a problem. I mean,
they're called doctors.
It's called high school, or called high school and middle school combined. That's what that's called.
I used to tell kids out at school all the time that high school is not a career decision.
So here's your stats, Coach, just before the second half kicks off. Holy Innocents had the ball 4 times in the first half. They threw 1 pass. It was incomplete. All right. They gained 6 first downs, 1 by penalty. They ran it 25 times for 113 yards and a touchdown. They had 4 penalties, and those 4 penalties combined for 37 yards. They were 3 of 7 on 3rd down conversions and 1 of 1 on 4th down conversions. Fellowship Christian ran it 13 times for 27 yards. They threw it 5 times, completed 3 for 19 yards. They were 1 of 5 on 3rd downs. They had 3 first downs in the first half, and they had 2 penalties for 25 yards. So, if you took out the minus 22 yards on 2 rushing plays for Fellowship Christian, their rushing stats would look much better than they do right now. But it's
Russian stats. Right, it's America, Jack.
Hey, easy now. There was no collusion.
No, that was funny.
I'm just, I have to work with these guys that, trade barbs and national anthems on my hallway all day. So
I wonder who that is.
I've never in my life. Those guys are nuts.
Yep.
So, Coach, if you are Fellowship Christian right here and being straightforward about it, they're getting dominated up front on both sides of the ball. They've had spurts where they have had some good success running the football, but it's been like, they take 2 steps forward and then they take 5 steps back.
Yeah.
So what would you look for them to do in the second half to kind of, there's a 6-0 game, and like we've discussed, the score is secondary in this, version of a spring game.
As aggressive as Holy Innocents has been, I think if you had a chance to go in the locker room and talk about some of your screen game, I think that would be definitely something I looked at. Any kind of counter, because they're flowing so fast to the football. Any kind of deception, because that's what you need. When you're outmatched up front, you got to have some sort of deception. That's what makes Holy Innocents so good right now, is not only do you have the deception of the triple option, but those cats are scratching off the football.
And you've got the deception of the triple option, but it's just a power running game right now. And that's just all it is. It is a power running game.
And that's demoralizing as a defense, because you're just getting hit in the mouth play after play after play after play.
So right now it's going to be the Holy Innocents football, 1st down and 10 at the 25-yard line right here. And I'm guessing, Coach, we're going to get to see a little bit more fullback dive, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. And there he goes. Nicely done. Quick penetration right there by number 78, Charlie Patterson. Charlie's a big kid. Charlie's 6'6", 250.
6'6", 250, huh, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because I don't have the heights and weights on Holy Innocents, but that kid is a big kid. See, you can see when he's standing in front of other people. But in this offense, you don't necessarily need huge guys. You need guys that'll come off the ball.
Yeah.
Because both teams are athletic up front.
So it'd be interesting to see. That's a very – in the first half, they very seldomly went backwards.
There's that over motion quarterback keep right there.
Hello.
And he's going to be brought down quickly by number 54, Nathan Nardone. So Matthew Davis is just unable to get loose right there, because we saw on the highlight reel him just running wild down the field.
And they were very successful with that particular play. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 right here, the ball at the 24. It'd be interesting to see if they're going to break out that little wheel route right here, post to the wheel, things like that. May get a look at jet right here.
Davis under center, over motion.
Or they're just going to hand it off to the fullback.
Give to the fullback. Looks like somebody got him by the ankle right there. That was number 50, Caleb McClung. So Michael Cox unable to get going. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And he's going to actually gain 4 yards right there. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 7 right here. And they're going to punt. And that's a great, great start defensively. And I think somebody may have gotten challenged at halftime. What do you think, Coach? Because that was a different look up front for, Fellowship Christian. They came out and played like they may have been a little bit mad about it.
Well, they should be.
But that's always nice to see. If you can come off and, golly, that's a bomb.
Yeah, that was a nice punt. Ball fielded by Brandon Webb.
All right, so Fellowship Christian will take over at the 25 right here, 1st down and 10. And be interesting to see what we saw a little difference on defense. Looked like they brought a stun on the first play, maybe a cross stunt from the outside to give them a different look on the triple. It'd be interesting to see if they change up anything on offense right here, because they're still sitting there. There's 9 people sitting there in the box, and there's offsides again.
That's the 3rd one.
So that's going to bring up 1st down and 5 at the 30.
So far it's coming up all aces.
Yeah, and
Fellowship Christian.
Now we don't have any inside info on when they're going to start making changes and subs, do we? All right.
My guess would be the 4th quarter. Jeez.
That's what happened. That was the exact same thing that happened when they fumbled. The penetration right there on that.
He's just trying to keep his helmet on.
Yeah, man, that was just. I mean, that play was done from the start. Yeah, I mean, he leaked forward for a yard right there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4, but you're going to have to do a better job of sealing if you're going to pull somebody right there. And there's
Toss out to the left side.
Tripped up because he had it. And he's going to gain one right there.
Looked like he got tripped up by – well, he fell over his own guy.
Yep, he did. He picked up he gained a yard, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
I know a running back that would try to fight you for that.
Yep.
Under center. There's that jet motion.
They're going to go low. They got this little hurry-up thing working right here, trying to see what the defense is doing. Gave the
him a
goodness,
jet.
Lord.
And penetration absolutely kills the jet.
Absolutely.
Just kills it. I mean, it looked like they came through the play side B gap right there. I mean, look.
You see the guard pull right there?
That was, you know who that was right behind him? That was Sam Aiken behind him.
22. On the guard pull, he just filled that spot and hit that play right in the
That's
mouth.
Hunter Hawk that came in and made the play. But you saw the line going backwards.
All right. That's a loss of 6. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9 right there.
Okay, let's take a look at that last play, that last defensive play for Holy Innocents.
So,
all right,
go ahead, Coach.
We're going to bring it up here in just a second.
While we're doing that, Coach, I'll just give them an update. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 40 right here for Holy Innocents, starting their second drive of the second half. And, you know, we talked about it, them doing their.
All right, right here, watch this. Here's the line of scrimmage. Watch the Holy Innocents team. Look at that. Just recreating the line of scrimmage everywhere. All right? And then shooting in right behind the guard. You know, that's what makes it all happen.
Blew that play up.
I mean, just nasty. Just nasty. I love it.
3rd and 3, and you lose 6.
That Holy Innocents, I'm looking forward to watching them play some this year.
Yes, sir. So here's 1st and 10 at the 40 right here.
Over motion.
There's your counter.
There it is. Coming back, a little counter ISO look.
Going to get 4 on 1st down right here. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 from the 44.
Again, my hat's off to the offensive line.
You know, and let's be honest right here, Coach, we've seen some spring games that don't look this smooth.
I mean, to get your kids together to look like this, I've had a group look like this during springtime, but it was because they had to play as young guys together. That was the only reason why, and we took our lumps early.
So,
all right, same look. They was under center. Give to Cox. No, he kept it.
No, quarterback follow. He's going to gain 7 right there and get a 1st down.
Where they saying that's 3rd down?
Ain't no way that's 3rd down.
Okay, there they go. Yeah, there we go.
I was about to say, you know, in my book, 4 and 7 is that's 11 yards and a 1st down.
Well, it just depends on where you're at.
You know, it is what it is.
If you're in Colquitt County, that's 3rd and 3.
And that's true. For his 1st and 10 right here at the 50.
Under center over motion.
Quarterback again.
Keep again. And it's running the midline and just eating them up.
Yep. It's a hard play to stop.
Well, when you got a guy, you know, they probably went into the locker room and said, hey, Michael Cox is not going to beat us. And, you know, when you play teams, if you can boil it down to one guy and say, you know, and we always do this when we game plan, we go, okay, they're going to have to do something other than this. You're going to have to give the ball to somebody other than this guy and beat us. You know, and then if you do, you know, congratulations.
We're going to make you play left-handed.
Right.
So, same look, same motion.
And he's keeping it every time. I think he probably should have given that one.
Yeah, if he gives that one, he might bounce his head off the goalpost.
But that's the thing is you're counting on a read. And be real honest with you, 15, 16-year-old kids, a lot of times they think they got it.
Yep.
You know, that I'm going to go ahead and take this just because I'm going to score.
Gained 5 right there, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 right here. Ball on the 42-yard line.
But Matthew Davis and crew on the march.
They're just going to keep doing this, too.
Here he comes over.
Now they give it to him, and there it is.
There he goes.
And he is just rumbling,
bumbling,
goodness. Stumbling.
Golly.
All the way down to the 20, Coach.
Man, I like that kid.
1st down run right there. That's a 22-yard gain and a 1st down.
Real quick, let's look at it. Here he comes. I'm sorry. There it is. Here he comes right there. Dadgum.
Look at the
block.
block.
Why it takes so long to download?
There's the block. Nice block right there. Watch this block right here. Boom. Boom.
Look at the lineman getting upfield.
You see the seal.
Right here. This is a key block. Right here. He's going to come up and stick him, and then nobody wants to tackle him.
He's just running through people right here, Coach.
Yo, I mean.
Do you have a ticket for this bus ride?
You know, there's guys out there making career decisions. You know, nobody wants to come up and hit him. Everybody's like, maybe I could jump on him from the side.
I can hear the guy from the replacements. Jump on his back. So that's going to bring up 1st down and 10 at the 20 after that 22-yard gain right there, Coach.
But, again, you may as well stamp Pony Express on that guy because he is toting the mail, buddy. Here comes that over motion.
Quarterback's got it.
He's
Can he
outside.
get to the corner?
He's got some room. Good job by the receiver to pull up right there and not block the guy in the back. That was heads up. Gets hard not to do.
He's going to get 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 5. And here we go again, Coach. That
I thought he was going to. He thought about it.
Oh, yeah, he wanted to hit him in the back.
He thought about hitting him in the back, and then he was like, nah, I got to walk back to the sideline in a minute.
He was like, my coach will absolutely never play me again if I do this.
Yeah, because I'd been on the sideline going, why?
I've never heard you say that on the sideline, Coach. Never heard us ask that question on why people block people in the back.
We've had people do it with guys standing in the end zone.
Yes,
like,
we have.
What are you doing? Over motion.
There's a quarterback again.
There he goes. He's got some space.
Wow. He's down to the 8. Gain of 7 and another 1st down.
I'll tell you right now, it's the Matthew Davis, Michael Cox show.
And it's going to be.
Those two cats. And see, I'm waiting on him to come out there and to everybody get him and Cox and then have somebody coming over the top and him pitch it.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be.
And there'll be nobody there.
My bad. It's at the 8. I apologize. 1st and goal at the 8 right here. And everything's going right now.
And there he goes.
Touchdown.
Great, tough.
Wow.
That's tough running. He's not a huge guy.
Well, when it comes back up, let me know when it finishes downloading so we can bring it up. And because I want to definitely give props to the linemen coming out. I mean, the second series of offense for Holy Innocents coming out of the second half.
Dominant.
Oh, yeah, compared to what happened to begin with.
That first series, they may have come out,
It's ready.
Okay, well, let's make sure the field goal kickers get their dues. No, I don't need any finely tuned letters sent that the field goal kicker did not get ample time. I'm always, they can win and lose a game very quickly for anybody and everybody.
Yes, they can.
I'd like you to know that kicker exclusion is a crime, sir. It's a hate crime.
Hey. Work on that, man.
There's snap, a hold. It's up. I'm pretty sure that one's good.
All right, let's look at this play. Break this down for me, two coaches, both of you.
All right.
I mean, what's the whole point? Talked about the surge of the offensive line.
Over here, watch these guys right here just plow everybody. I mean,
how many consecutive plays is this there, Coach Chapman, that this team ran?
They just ran 8 running plays in a row, and they ran the quarterback follow probably 5 out of the 8 plays.
Okay.
Here's that over motion. But look at it. Everybody just, like, they've got right here, they've got the edge sealed down so they could run outside if they wanted to. Mm-hmm. This guy's on the pitch like he's supposed to be. And he chooses to just turn it up because he knows his guys. Look, the pile just keeps moving. Look at this right here. This huge hole. It just keeps moving. And then one guy, and that's a half-hearted tackle.
Ball on the ground.
Yes, he did. He lost it.
Golden Bears got it.
When it rains, it pours.
It does. Looks like a flag on the back,
There is
though.
a flag back there.
So we'll see what that plays on to begin with.
I
Definitely
imagine
their
that's gonna be
energies
declined.
on both ends.
Well, they tried to come out and go a little empty right there for, Fellowship Christian, and tried to spread it out and give themselves a looser box to run their quarterback in. They did it in the first half, and they gained about 2. This time they did it, and they fumbled for a gain of 2 that will be recovered, assuming that the penalty is not against Holy Innocents.
It does look like it's against Holy Innocents based on the reaction of the Paladins.
There is no flag, so there is a fumble, and that will be Holy Innocents' ball.
Yes, all right.
So it will be 1st down and 10.
I do enjoy the raising of the flag right there.
The ball will be at the 27-yard line. And anybody want to take a guess on what this play will be?
I'm thinking it's either going to be dive or quarterback followed.
I'm going to go with the tight end pop.
I was sitting there waiting for somebody to think along with me because they just ran
All that
right
run.
down there. It's a sudden change, though, Coach. This would be a great time to practice it.
Ain't but
First
three
and 11 or
things
first
that
and
can
10.
happen.
Oh, my bad.
It's all right,
Ain't
man.
but 3
I'm just
things can
messing.
happen when you throw the ball. 2 of those are bad. If you can run it, run it.
They're looking for it.
Over. There he goes. He drops. He rolls to his right. Trying to buy some time. Slings it out.
That's a good job. He threw it out of bounds.
Incomplete. Almost picked right there. Good coverage by number 11 for the Paladins.
Number 11 for the Holy Innocents. He is very elusive. I'd like to use that word.
That is a great word, and I just want to make that's what a good quarterback does.
He made two or three players miss and still was able to get the ball out and not get the sack.
Timeout right there.
Yeah, Davis he's a good ball player.
Let's look at that play. We got a timeout. I want to talk about what he was able to elude, if we can. I mean, might as well we get an opportunity to bring it up. So let's take a look. Okay. So.
All right. So we talked about taking the sudden change chance right here, and so he's going to drop back.
Okay, he gets instant penetration
from the outside.
Right here. You think they're going to hold him up, but you're not sure.
But
he's trying to figure out where he's going, and now he's got people coming from inside.
Well, what's the lineman doing where he's just backing up into his quarterback?
Well, it happens.
They don't run this offense.
No.
This is something that they do.
That was the running back. My bad.
And he's able to get it off a good ball.
Oh, he slung it.
But look where the ball is at, guys. That ball is out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
And the only person that could catch it was the guy that caught it, and that was his receiver.
Right.
And he was in no danger. Good quarterbacks take care of the football. Everything he did right there.
What's the Brett Favre theory? Throw it back into the throw against the grain.
Oh, yeah, just throw it right, run and throw it back to the middle of the field.
Watch everybody just and you just literally take that deep breath and try to figure that out.
Ever throw it late down the middle.
No.
But what he did, he stepped inside the pressure, got back outside. He knew the play was dead. He gave his receiver a chance, and he threw the ball to where if it was caught, it couldn't hurt his chance to score right here. So now they'll come back and run this thing. There's the rocket. And
he's trying to get the corner.
He did, but that was a really nice tackle right there.
Good job. Really came flying up. I think that was number 11 that came flying up on the pitch right there.
Gain of 1. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 at the 26.
Could be 3rd and 4 if you had thrown the ball on first down.
Probably so, but I'm
just saying.
I'm pretty sure they ran that.
You gotta let that go.
They ran they ran the rocket to the right side right there, Coach, to get it to their sideline so that they can now run the dive and the follow these next 2 plays and get the first down to their sideline.
It's a scrimmage, man. You got to try different things, Coach.
I hear you.
Not in this offense. This is what you do.
There's emotion.
Oh, counter.
Man, the Paladins play it well.
They do.
Well, right now their backs are against the wall. They're down by 2 scores. It's 13-0 here in the 3rd quarter. You don't want to get a goose egg in a scrimmage.
Yeah,
you want to get some points.
You got to get your back up off the wall.
Dance.
What you gonna do when you really don't want to dance?
Well, I can tell you.
Get down on it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you're going to give me some lyrics.
Hey, I'm just going to tell you, there was a particular coach last year about this time that was on a sideline.
Timeout for the Paladins.
Yep.
Sorry about that, Coach. Go ahead.
And this guy was going, my head coach is not in this state. I'm playing a school that is a much larger classification, and the last thing I want to do is get blasted in this game and have to answer all of the questions while that happened. And, you know, when we went to halftime tied at 17 and really should have been up, you know, in that game, you know, when they came out and said, hey, the weather's coming, you know, we probably need to call that. I said, there's no way in the world I'm going to say,
let's call it.
Let's call this. I said, if we're going to call it, y'all are going to call it, because there's no way in the world a school from a lower classification is about to say.
Well, it's nice that both teams right now are on the same, so it's, you know, it's unlike what we talked about, what we saw on Tuesday, where it was a little different on that part.
I like the fact that the kids are warming up on the sideline.
Oh, yeah, they're getting ready to go. That's
the young pups coming in the fourth quarter. So
baby.
This is it. So from a third quarter, the first three are all varsity brands. So we'll at least get to see some young pups to see what they were able to kind of obtain here over the first 10 days.
Yeah, so Michael Cott's going to rumble to the end zone right here. Over motion. Quarterback drops. Looks like a little hitch.
Nice.
I thought he was about to lateral that thing. I think he was supposed to.
Look at him.
I think he was supposed to lateral that thing.
Look at
They were going hook and ladder on
Yes, sir.
They were.
That was hook and ladder.
Because it was a fourth down play.
That's
and
great.
Even the coach is talking to him like, why didn't you toss it?
Why didn't you do it? Oh, my Lord. That would have been.
He called it and panicked.
Coach, you got when it's ready, let's see if we can see it.
It couldn't have been better timed.
I mean, it was there. He catches it.
We're up.
All right. Let's wait for this one. We'll have a moment here in the fourth quarter. We'll go back and look at that one. Make sure you remember that's 18. That's too good.
1st and 10, ball at the 20 right here for Fellowship Christian, who have run 4 plays in the second half.
There's snap. Quarterback rolls to his right, throws it. Pass intended for number 9.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw that play up there, Coach. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's look to see if it was a hook and ladder.
It is. Look at the motion.
You're getting over motion, and he's going to roll all the way out here.
Yes, he is.
The receiver's going to come down and hitch up, and these guys are all attacking.
Go ahead and let that play through. I'm trying to watch the scores here.
All right.
There's the ball.
Freeze it right there. If he flips that ball to that guy running down the sideline right there.
Problem was he wasn't out there fast enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Because right here,
when he looked, he wasn't there.
Number 7 was on him.
Because you can circle him right there, yeah.
Number 7 was on him. That's your fault, for.
Right.
You got to get out there quicker.
I still say if he flips it up in the air and just lets him run up underneath it, he's still running.
It would have definitely been interesting to say the least. It is 3rd down. We missed a play here,
That's
so
all right.
just let you be aware of that.
Quarterback rolls to his right.
Oh, connected.
Lets it fly.
First down.
Nice catch.
You got in the wheels,
Rumble,
son.
big boy, rumble.
All the way down to the 21-yard line.
Great job right there. That's Joey Archer to Jordan Brewer for a big play.
So it was 3rd down and 5. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 21, right?
Looks like the 19.
They gave him to the 19?
I think so. This is really good for the Paladins to get on the board right here if they can. Oh, he's got a convoy out in front of him. He's going to get in. Yeah. Nicely done. Nice, tough run right there by Trexton Lewis. He's been
Once he was able to see that goalpost, he was going. I mean, pylon, that was it.
It was really tough sledding for him a lot of the game. And, for him to get in, it's a good thing.
13-6 right now here late in the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter will be young pups in for the Paladins and for the Golden Bears. I'm Bo McMichael with Score58 Network, bringing you Adam Collins and Craig Chapman live here at Fellowship Christian, taking on the Golden Bears. Scrimmage 2019. Field goal is good. 13-17.
Not to be confused with field silver.
You mean field gold?
Field gold. Field gold.
And the field platinum. I appreciate the humor. Thank you. I'm going to giggle every time I say
Here's
that.
some pups. 68's still out there because he's a freshman.
And 76 is enjoying life. That's all I can say.
That's right. That guy don't have his back up on the wall.
No, he is hearing some music. If he busted out the whip or the nene, I'd go home. And I'm already home, so I don't know what else to say. So
looks like they just subbed in an offensive line.
Is that fair to number 11? So,
I don't think he much cares.
No, I don't think so. It'll be interesting to see what they'll do overall-wise. I'm curious to see if they have a backup quarterback. That's always good to see. And they got to start running backs as well.
Still a great surge by the offensive line.
Gain of 5 right there.
76 drove 53 into the ground. He got back in the line. At 76 came, he had a little energy and motion.
I take that back, Coach. That's the starting O-line.
It is?
Yeah, I take that back.
Okay.
I thought they had sent Young Pups.
No, they haven't switched them yet. Look at you get me overly excited right there.
2nd down and 5 at the 30 right here.
There's a motion. Give to the big man. He's going to get tripped up right there. Good job by number 50, Caleb McClung, grabbing his ankle.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 at the 34 right here.
Timeout right here. I think here comes shenanigans.
Who called timeout?
Holy Innocents.
Uh-huh.
I think the 3rd quarter's winding down right here.
They want to at least try different things, what they can get.
Let's see if they run the ball. What if they run the ball right here and get the 1st down, then jump up and pull some kind of reverse pass out?
Let me ask you this. You know this better than I would. Could you run the shallow from that look?
Sure could.
Where they have the double wing look?
Sure could. And
especially like if you went with a split to one side, right?
I'd tell you what, one of the nastiest plays that I've ever seen run, Georgia Tech ran it at Pitt a couple of years ago. On 3rd down, they lined up in a 4 solid look to the field and stuck a wide receiver on the nub side tight end, and they had the extra tackle over on the 4 solid side, and they had a wing back, and they sprinted left to the field, and everybody ran off. The back went the other way and blocked back, and the wing back stepped up and delayed the shallow across the field, and he dumped it off to him for an 80-yard touchdown on about 3rd and 5.
Just bumped his head on the goalpost.
Open.
Because everybody bit to it. Right?
Sure did.
Here we go.
There's over motion, and just to give to the big man.
And they are stuffed.
And that's Caleb McClung in there again. Got some help from number 68.
That is a no
Ben
game.
Rogers.
And now, wouldn't this say something if they turned around and tied this game or took the lead at the end of the
I think that's the end of the quarter.
It is. Maybe
I think that's why both teams are.
Oh, giant. Oh, no, it's just a person. Okay, sorry. Whew. My hair. Sorry.
My hair.
All right, so we're going to start over here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they're moving it down.
All right, there, Diaper Dan. Calm down. So they'll flip it over here. Be the 4th quarter, be Young Pups possibly, maybe.
I would think so.
Your guess is as good as mine at this point.
I do remember one time in a scrimmage game before the year, we had shook hands with a particular team. We won't call names.
No, don't.
And we were winning, and I don't think they believed that we should have been winning. And the game, the 3rd quarter ended, and we had shaken hands on before the game. Hey, we'll play Young Pups in the 4th.
And they didn't.
And our head coach wasn't there.
Right.
And so we had shaken hands before that. So we sent our JV team out to play in the 4th quarter, and they sent their 1st-string offense out, and they finished the drive, tied the game up, and then we played Young Pups from that point on. I didn't have a problem with it. I understood the reasoning behind it, but, you know, it was one of those things. So it looks like we're going to start back over 1st and 10 right here at the 25.
And they're definitely.
And it's going to be the Young Pups, it appears, at least maybe the backups.
And it always takes that moment for everybody to get themselves adjusted a little bit here.
Or are they going to start? Man,
No, you just hang in there. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock kickoff. North Forsyth Raiders will be taking on the Roswell Hornets. We'll be live here on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, bringing that action to you. These two gentlemen will not be visiting with us. It'll be me calling the game by myself. This will be fun, entertaining, and yet exciting based on my energy level.
I forgot all about graduation.
It's 4th and 1. That's what I thought. And the ball is on the.
Looked like they jumped.
They did. We're going to see if it's going to be a call. A legal procedure on the Bears. The Bears. Sorry. I wonder how many times I'll say
Bill
that.
Bill Schwarsky. And the super fans.
Hardy Tech.
Yeah. Goodness.
That's going to take it back to 4th and 6 from the 29.
Well, it'll be a very exciting 2019 season for the Bears. A lot of seniors, a lot of involvement, kind of wondering what's.
You know, I was looking at it. Both teams have 10 seniors.
Oh, yeah. Fellowship, too?
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see how everybody responds in Class 1A private. I'm I mean, Class A private, I'm just, balls on the ground. I'm just very interested. You have a team in Eagles Landing Christian Academy that it's kind of like the team that you don't speak of, but you speak of them.
Yeah.
And they're, in the sense that they've won 4 state championships.
The team that shall not be named.
But that senior squad's gone. So everything starts anew. That one group of seniors that were there from freshman to senior won a state championship, was a part of 4 state, and that group's gone. So it's a reload and it's a kindle on that part. I'm very interested to see.
That's what they'll do is reload.
They will.
Rebuild.
I'm curious to see what Westland. I'm very impressed with Holy Innocent right now. I am. This is my first opportunity to really watch them live, and to kind of have an opportunity to break them down and to see their highlights from last year and see what they're made of.
You'll throw the quick screen out here on the first play.
Good block right there by the back.
Great block.
Nice job by the receiver right there.
You're going to pick up about 6 right there, Coach.
Look at that block right there. Good effort.
That's exactly how that play is drawn up.
Missed tackle, and he kept going.
That's Josh McLaughlin.
For the Paladins. Back to live action.
2nd down and 4 at the 36 right here.
Drop back. Apparently the young pups can sling it.
Oh,
there he goes, buddy. There he goes.
Nice cutback right there. He's going to be down at the 25-yard line.
Good, sure open field tackle there by number 19, Bo Maxwell. Well, I mean, apparently this young group.
Well, they're going to throw it because, they came out and they completed it for 6 and now 39. So, first and 10, ball at the 25-yard line.
There's a snap.
We're throwing it thing again.
Fullback
in the flat.
And there he goes. He's
fullback into the end zone. Touchdown.
And that's number 30 right there. That's 16-30 for the Paladins.
And that's 25 yards in the touch.
I mean, my goodness, just like that. I tell you what, this shows a lot of promise for the future.
Yes, sir. I'm pretty certain that there was nobody in the stands thinking they were about to come out and chunk this thing on 4 straight downs and complete all 4 of them.
Tell you what, if you've got a running game and you can throw the ball like that.
Well, my bad. 3 straight, Coach.
It's 3 plays. There's a 3-play drive.
Because they had the completion for 6, the completion for 39, and then the completion for 25. So 3 for 3, 4 or 5 in the half. 3 for 3 for, that drive right there, and 70 yards.
14-13.
Yeah, it is 14-13, and an interesting turn of events. So now we'll see how this all shakes out right here. 1st and 10 at the 25 right here. Fifth possession of the half for Holy Innocents.
Motion over the top. Straight give.
Gain of 2 right there. We're going to bring up 2nd and 8 at the 27.
Trying to catch the number of the kid that carried. 40 maybe?
And see if we can get a look right here when they break the huddle.
Joe Hingston. He's a B-back. He's a sophomore.
I think you're
over motion.
Fumble picked up in return for a touchdown.
That's his second one. He's been in for 5 plays and he scored 2 touchdowns.
Yes, sir. He said, I got this thing down pat, man.
I need to give that kid a job. Looks like they're calling it down.
What?
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Maybe it was a thing that you're not going to advance a fumble in the young pups so that they can run the play.
Yeah, they're
all right.
Okay, he might have been down.
All right, well, 1st and 10 right here at the
he's
25.
right here. That looks like his knee down on the ground. Well,
then it was a good call by the referees.
Stoppage in play right there. Looks like we had a false start.
Go ahead and show it, Coach. You ready?
Yeah. Right here, you can see the ball comes out. And as number 30 right here goes down to get it, I think I see his knee right there. Yeah, his hip was on the ground. That's why. That was a good call. Give right there, about lost a handle. Able to stay up. Good job staying up right there. That's some balance drill action. He's a little frustrated with himself, though. He knows if he had come off clean that he might be standing in the end zone.
Gain of 3 is going to bring up 2nd down and 12 right here at the 27-yard line.
Quarterback under center. Their snap. Straight drop.
He's going to throw the – look like he was thinking about
trying
throwing
to
the
get
fade.
away.
Ouch.
You're going to get dashed into the ground.
And that 3 yards they just gained, they give right back on the sack right there.
By Henry Reams, a freshman.
Wow.
For the Golden Bears.
Anybody that's young and playing quarterback, when you decide to throw the ball, throw it. Because if you don't and try to run, that's what happens. You get body slammed at the 30-yard line. Once you make your mind up, get rid of it. Trust what you see.
See what this young group does with 3rd and 15.
Buck sweep is what that looked like.
Right now, they're just going backwards. So stark contrast to that first drive.
Well, you know, this is kind of some things that happen.
Especially with your young pups.
Yep.
Because they only get so much time to practice.
And I got some news for you. That first drive, they were probably like, this is way too easy. They moved again.
There we go. Back them up. Well, those cats out there got their Home Depot bucket full of flags.
The yellow rain is falling. So what was 3rd down and at one point in time, or 2nd and 7, is now 3rd and 25.
That sucks.
Every coach likes that.
Here comes the motion. Quarterback
Quick screen.
drops. Quick throw out.
Nice move.
Good job. Should have stayed outside, though.
There are big people inside. Large humans are
Run
inside.
away from the people.
Efficient in the passing game, though.
If he hits the outside, I think he's got a shot.
Ball's at the 34 now. 4th down and the next county. I would guess that this is going to be a good chance to throw the waggle again.
Yeah.
And might be just a quarterback run.
Green means go.
Wow. Almost right there. All the way
That
down.
hurt.
Yeah, it did. All the way down to the 21-yard line right there. That's a gain of 13. But they will turn it over on downs, and it'll bring up 1st down and 10 at the 21-yard line right here for Holy Innocents.
Quarterback under center. Over motion. Straight give. Looks like it's going to be good for about 3.
Yes, sir. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 24-yard line. I'll catch back up on this down and distance thing right here. Get it back right.
Same look.
Same give.
Straight give again.
Gain of 1.
Good stop right there. Number 24, number 56 for the Paladins, Trexton Lewis. And number 56, good job.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 at the 25 right here. It's fun. I mean, it's weird to watch to say this, but you see Holy Innocents running the exact same offense, and it looks like Fellowship Christian has opened it up with their young group.
Well, and I agree with both philosophies.
I do too. Nice tackle right there.
Yeah, you really got to run. He was kind of tiptoeing through the tulips on that one.
He was looking for that cutback so he could spring that one. Gain the 2 right there.
Sam Barton on the carry.
We're going to bring up 4th down and 4 at the 27.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to go, though.
And that's going to bring up appears to be a punting situation right here for Holy Innocents.
Number 17, Marshall Nichols, done a really good job tonight. Hit some really nice punts.
He has. You can tell that they've worked on that, and that's one of those few things that you normally wouldn't really work on in your spring if you weren't playing a game, It'd be more about, making sure you have your offensive, sets and the schemes and the plays and your defensive pressure packages and things like that.
Well, I don't know how much. I know he's worked on his punting, but I watched him take 4 steps.
Yeah.
So, that's not rush ready.
No, Coach, and I'm going to say this. Last year when we were playing and it got down close and, we were trying to pin them down deep, Kyle took the snap and did it like he was, like it was a regular game scenario and dropped one. And he probably wasn't the punt that he wanted to have. And I was sitting there thinking, you should have just taken your time. And then after that, I was thinking that was dumb because he's not going to get to take his time on Friday night. There's
hey, quick throw out to the right side.
Completion, gain of 5 right there. This is impressive, Coach.
Ball thrown out to Eli Hildebrandt.
2nd down and 5 right here, and we're just kind of rolling on right now. Fellowship Christian turning this thing loose.
But, we were talking earlier. Here comes motion.
Here comes Jet.
He cuts it back. Nice cut,
Hello.
but you got to be careful.
Gain of 2 right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
We were talking a minute ago about that Holy Innocents is doing exactly the same thing that the older guys are doing, and I like that. But sometimes, like in the case of Fellowship Christian, you have a different skill set with your younger group.
And you play to their advantage.
You play to your skills.
I'm all in favor of that, Coach. It's something I personally believe in.
Understand, here comes motion. Give around the right
First
side.
down. Hello.
My goodness. Who's that coming up right there?
No, but they were bringing the hammer with them.
Oh, that's number 18. That's number 18, Landon Cardian, coming up from his corner spot, sticking folks.
4th first down of the half right there. Brings up 1st and 10 right here at the 43.
Quarterback drops. Lets it fly. That's pretty. Oh, come on.
Wow.
You got to catch that one. That was a great ball. That was a great ball to Eli Hildebrandt. You gotta pull that one in, buddy.
And the scoreboard would have flipped and the band would have played.
Because that was on the money. It's a different quarterback. This is their 3rd quarterback.
Yeah, man. Doesn't seem like they're having a problem, Coach.
No.
2nd down and 10 here at the 43. This is fun to watch. I like the fact that they're doing this with no coaches on the field.
Right.
Wow.
That didn't go well.
No, sir. It did not.
This is actually one of my favorite times to coach. If you're fortunate enough to be in a game where you get up and your young guys get to go in, that sometimes is the most enjoyable part of a game. If you're playing somebody that you kind of outmatch, this is the best time because you're really getting after it and coaching.
And you get to see what you got coming up in the pipeline,
Motion. Quarterback rolls to his left on the run, getting pressure.
Look at him keep his eyes down the field.
And completes it.
And is rewarded for it.
Great job right there. Pass completed to number 25. That from 7 to 25 connection right there.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 42-yard line. That'll bring up 18 yards, completion, and a first down.
Hey, good hustle by number 73 right there for Holy Innocents.
Getting down the field on that pursuit angle, Coach. Oh, they're going to give him 20 on that. My bad. They gave him all the way down to the 40. Appreciate that. He got the effort. Give him the yardage.
Quarterback straight drop.
Slant.
Lets it fly.
That was on the money. There's a flag coming with that one.
That was high.
I'll guarantee you he thinks he should have caught it.
Yeah, if you're going to miss on the slant, don't miss high.
This is also true.
That's an interception.
Second and 10 at the 40.
Under center.
Quick screen. And swallowed up.
Timing on that was all wrong. The fake came across before the snap. And if there's no threat right there, the back that's coming across to block the corner will never have a chance to get there.
Yeah, and, you know, you throw it into the short side, and you've done it out of the same look every time you've done it. So that corner was over there thinking, I've seen this before. Need to come up and make this play.
It'd be great if that guy went to stalk and then just kept running.
Yep.
There's a give.
Belly. Uh-oh. All the
Good
way down to the
job right
34,
there.
Coach. That's an 8-yard gain right there.
Nice, tough run right there by number 24, Shrexton Lewis.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4, Coach. At the 34-yard line right here. And Fellowship Christian's eating the clock right now. They don't have enough people in line of scrimmage currently. Still don't. I'm sure he'll give him that. Buck.
There goes number 25. He's got the edge.
Nice tackle right there. They're gonna call horse collar or face mask right there. It's all the way down to the 21. That's a gain of 13 and another first down.
Hayes Reifenberger on the tackle. What do they call? Illegal procedure.
Well, he threw the flag way down there. I would hope he wouldn't call that way down there.
I think he did. He signaled it.
So I have no idea where the
It's
ball.
kind
I'm
of
trying
taking
to.
their time there.
So
They need to find a faster referee.
So it's going to bring up 4th down and 1 right here. All right then. Ball is going to be at the 31-yard line, and we'll get another 4th down attempt. That's the illegal motion.
Same thing with
Hello.
Buck Sweet. Looked like he got it.
He did, but barely.
Careful throwing the ball down.
That's a first down right there. Both wingbacks moved. They didn't call that.
Well, they didn't mean to.
I know. Somebody on our sideline would have yelled, "They cheated."
As we come to the end of the 4th quarter here, once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, Score58 Network, bringing you live scrimmage 2019 here at Fellowship Christian, taking on the Golden Bears.
Okay,
They turned the ball back over? Wow, that's
They could just be giving everybody an opportunity
That
to
is
play
true.
a little bit.
That is.
Y'all got to relax, coaches. Y'all get so caught up in that. Just take a deep breath.
That is true.
That's always a possibility.
I agree.
They're going to call timeout and figure those things out. What's been the most impressive thing that you saw tonight, Adam? Talk to me a little bit about on both
Michael
squads.
Cox.
What?
Michael Cox.
Okay, number 35 for
Yeah.
the Holy Bears.
The
Holy Bears.
Bears. The Holy Bears.
The Holy Bears.
The Holy Bears. All right.
Holy Bears.
Holy
Nah,
Anna.
he's that guy. Like I said, if Colonel Green from the Navy hasn't seen him yet,
He
I
will.
may send Colonel Green an email. because he needs to take a look at that kid.
It'd be interesting to see what the offers are right now. I would agree with you on that. 14-13 here late in the fourth quarter. We got young pups in. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock kickoff, we have North Forsyth Raiders taking on the Roswell Hornets. And also we'll peek in on a couple other teams as well. Got about 25, 26 games going tomorrow here at the Score Sports Network. And hopefully be able to give you little updates on what's going on across the board. Tonight, North Atlanta is taking on Riverwood. And Carver's taking on New Manchester, as well as Creekside taking on McEachern. So the interesting matchups. Probably the most interesting one was Mays and Westlake. And it was 27-20 Westlake at halftime.
Wow.
So haven't heard much on Lithonia and Wheeler up in Marietta. That traffic on North Atlanta was just horrendous today. I'm glad they made it to the game. Balls
on the ground.
Turnover. That point of that mesh point.
Yes, that's the.
And that's, again, blown up right there between that center and guard and able to take over on the center part. Nice thing is, I will say on a positive, the first thing we talked about at the beginning was what? What did we not want to see happen today?
Injuries.
And we haven't.
That's a good
Nothing
thing.
that's visual that we have not seen. We have not had hey, let's call timeout to look at somebody on the field.
I agree.
So that's, and I hate to jinx anybody at this point, but I've been
too late.
I appreciate that there, Coach. The energy in your level of voice is wonderful. So, once again, glad to have everybody with us here on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, bringing you some spring football here in Georgia.
Another better time of the year. You got football kicking up. Baseball season starting, about to go on summer vacation.
Quarterback straight drop.
Straight blitz.
Evades the traffic right there, rolling to the right. Has got some room.
That's a nice job right there.
All the way down to the 5-yard line.
We're going to mark him out of bounds, it looks like, at the 7.
Yep.
And that's going to be first down. That's the 7th first down.
Could be ball game right now. Looks like it is ball game. Last play of the game. Well, gentlemen, that's been very nice to have y'all here. Glad you could join us here tonight, Adam and Craig. Sad that you won't be with us against the but you got.
Hey, I'll get an earpiece and just call me during graduation.
Yeah, I hand that to you.
We can do a call-in after graduation.
Yeah, no, I don't even want to deal with that stress right now. I appreciate you saying that. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports. Glad to have everybody with us here tonight, especially this particular game. It's kind of a start of something new here, and glad to have you with us. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. We'll see you here tomorrow night. Same time, same bad channel. Be safe.